Hey guys, Justin Bryant here from selfmadesuccess.com. In this video, I'm going to show you 9 YouTube channel ideas to make money without a camera, meaning you don't have to actually have your face being shown on the videos. So if you're not really wanting to judge yourself all the time, or you feel kind of weird seeing yourself in videos, or you just want to simplify it, or you want to just use visuals, and that's the main reason. Maybe you want to use examples and actually show people what you're talking about instead of just talking in front of a camera like a lot of people do. Whatever your reason is for doing this, there are 9 great YouTube channel ideas that you can do that have been very successful. I will prove to you by showing you all different types of channels that have done this successfully, each type, and where to get started, things like that. Before I get into the first idea, I want to show you a few tools for doing this if you want to get good quality videos. The first one is Easy Video Suite. If you want to do screen recording like I do, where it's in HD, it's very quick and easy to record. It allows me to draw on screen. As you can see over here, I can draw all kinds of stuff on the screen if I want, and do more examples. I can start it, stop it, I can do a blank white page if I want to just draw something without showing you anything, and market the video without uploading it. There's all kinds of stuff you can do with this, and I found that it's the best screen recorder I've seen so far. There are other ones like Screencast-O-Matic that are free, but they're not going to be as good. That's what I use. Also, what I found as far as audio, you may remember some of my older videos like in 2015 or in 2016, in some cases that I had some background noise and things like that. That's because I was just using a cheap USB mic. Now I use the Focusrite Scarlett Solo Studio setup, and they have a lot of different ones. This is one of the more affordable ones if you want it. If you don't want to get like a pop stopper, or you don't want to get a boom stand for your mic, it kind of just depends on what you need. But the mic for this one, as you can see in the picture, doesn't come with a stand, so you'll have to have something to put that on. This is the cheaper one, but for like 20 bucks more, you can get one with a stand, and a little bit more, you can get one with a boom or with a pop stopper on the mic. Just kind of depends on what you need. But this general interface is what I use for audio, and it's been great for me. And also for video editing, I use Movie Video Editor, and it's very affordable. It's a one-time payment, and it's a lot cheaper than like Camtasia Studio or anything like that. So I recommend those 3 things if you're going to do this. Number 1 is a gaming channel. So if you want to do a channel where you're not having to show your face, but you want to make good money, a gaming channel is actually one of your best bets, and it's one of the most fun because you're literally taking a hobby, something you do for fun, and making a business out of it with YouTube. So an example of this would be the Rad Brad, for instance. He's one of the top gaming channels. You can see an estimated $71,000 per month from this channel using ads only. That's just ads. And about 1.6 million average daily views, about 7 million plus subscribers. So he does very well. He does all kinds of different video games, usually combat type of games, and you can kind of look at some of his videos to see what he does. But that is an example of somebody who actually does gaming. You know, some people have a little picture, or they have a little video of themselves and their reactions in the corner like PewDiePie used to do, but he doesn't do that, and he's very successful still. If you want to record your gameplay, I have a tutorial that I found on Kotaku.com, and it covers PS4, Xbox One, PC, and Mac. So it's all in one article, and I'll have a link to this page for you if you want to do this. Number 2 is you can do an online product or service review channel. Now, obviously, a lot of people do like unboxing channels where they unbox toys and do stuff like that, but of course you're going to need a camera for that. I have seen people be very successful just doing like Disney toys and stuff, and the only thing you see is their hands, and they'll still make $1 million a year from that channel. But if you just do not want to deal with camera equipment, even though smartphones have great cameras now, you really don't need a specific type of camera anymore for doing video. But if you just don't want to use cameras at all, which is the point of this video, then do online products and online services as your reviews. And there's still millions of things that you can review. Trust me, you will never run out of content just doing online services and products. So for instance, I did this video back in 2015 called Buffer versus Hootsuite, who is the best social media manager, and it did pretty well. It got 39,000 views, which was really good considering I didn't have hardly any subscribers back then, and it still ranks as one of the top videos for this specific subject. Now you could review stuff that more people are interested in and get a lot more views, but when you review products and services, you tend to get much more money per 1,000 views than, say, somebody who does entertainment-based videos. So, like PewDiePie, for instance, one of the top YouTubers, he just does entertainment-type stuff, and he's not going to get as good of a CPM as, say, somebody who does something like this, where they review products, and then the ads will usually have similar ads to that product, because that means that if people are looking at reviews for a product, they're most likely close to that buying stage, meaning advertisers will want to advertise on your videos. So I definitely recommend review and like comparison channels. Just stick to online apps, tools, services, and things like that. Number 3, you can do a compilation channel. Now you need to be careful with this, because if you're going to do a compilation channel like People Are Awesome, you can look at this channel, they get tons of views. They get millions of views for most of their videos, it seems like. And basically it's just a compilation of a bunch of cool extreme sports and stunts and scenery and stuff like that. So you'll see people in squirrel suits, skydiving, BMX, snowboarding, all kinds of stuff in these videos, and it's really entertaining to watch. But you need to make sure that you're not going to have people suing you over using their videos without their permission. So what you can do is start a website with the same name as your channel, like they did, peopleareawesome.com, if you want to look at it. And one of their top things here is submit a video. So you can submit a video, and then you're basically giving them permission to use it on YouTube in their compilations. And of course, a compilation is just a big group of a lot of short videos. So you might do something like that, and you might want to have some legal stuff on here. Terms of submission located here, for instance, that protect your business in case somebody wants to come after you for using their video. But that's another thing you can do. You can do something like a compilation channel. Another thing you can do is like an online tutorial channel. So people do all kinds of makeup tutorials. You see people do like home theater setup tutorials. You see people do tutorials on how to fix your car. But if you want to do this without a camera, you can do stuff like how to code, how to do bots, how to create websites, how to blog, how to make your first YouTube video, screen share, things like that online without using a camera. And you can use, Easy Video Suite, some of those other products I showed you that I use. But for instance, this Lifehacker video, you may have heard of lifehacker.com. They have a YouTube channel. This video in particular talks about learn to code, lesson 1, and of course they have more lessons as well, but it's talking about how to code websites, programs, all kinds of stuff like that. I mean, you could do hundreds and hundreds of videos just on coding alone, and they wouldn't require any kind of camera because you're going to show them on your screen how to do it in a tutorial. So tutorials tend to do very well on YouTube. Uh, when people want to know how to do something, YouTube has become one of the go-to places for finding stuff. Number 5 is animation channels. So if you're pretty good with art, you're pretty good at animations, you want to do cartoons, then you might do an animation channel. And basically you can have like your own little YouTube TV show or little YouTube commercials or whatever you want to do. Oni, N-G, you can see the spelling there, is an example of an animation channel which basically just focuses on entertaining people and making them laugh. And you can see there's a lot of different types of them on there. The same guy actually has multiple channels. He has Oni Plays, Oni Music, but you can see 39 million views, 25 million views, 25 million, 36 million. So he definitely gets quite a bit of money from these videos with ads alone. And he doesn't actually have to, you don't actually see his face in anything. It's all just cartoons. So if you got something like, say, Photoshop with Adobe, one of the greatest ones that you can do as far as creating art online and animation and stuff, you could do something like this or another type of animation software. He uses a different one. If you watch this video right here, you can see what he uses. Easy Cartoon Backgrounds tutorial. You can see what animation software he uses, but Photoshop might be another one that you could do and create your own cartoons. Number 6, turn presentations into videos. So if you are somebody who does speaking engagements, if you do business presentations or things like that, you could take those slideshows, for instance, using Google Slides. You could take Microsoft PowerPoint slides and turn them into videos by doing a voiceover over slides. So for instance, this is a slide right here that I created. I do this to kind of outline things and help you kind of learn easier by seeing it and keeping the video organized. And many speakers, you'll notice TED Talks use these a lot, very popular channel. But you can use Google Slides or something, make a slideshow presentation and use that for notes throughout the video. And then you can even post it, like this guy did a TED Talk and then he posted his TED Talk slides on slideshare.net, as you can see. So you have multiple uses. You can post the slides on SlideShare for traffic, and you can also post it on YouTube with your voice over it. Another thing you can do is music channels without video footage. So you may think of music channels like Taylor Swift and Eminem and all these famous artists, but they do like professional music videos, and they have very expensive teams that do those things like a miniature movie. You don't want to deal with all that. You don't want to deal with cameras. So what you would do is either put the lyrics, put the album art, put just a picture on there, whatever you do. For instance, you can do something like Bart Stoop does. If you look up the Bart Stoop YouTube channel, he's just an example of somebody who does this, but he creates this music. It's kind of like a combination of rock and orchestra and stuff like that. And he has basically a background picture throughout the music. And the music, is 2 to 3 minutes long, usually like a normal song. And then the background, instead of showing him singing or showing his band or anything like that, it's instrumental music with just a picture that has been created as the background. So you can do something like that. Like I said, you can also do just your album cover. You can do lyrics, etc. And you don't even need to be in the music video. Number 8, photography channels. So if you are a photographer, you can use a YouTube channel to showcase your photography and maybe even get you some downloads for stock photography. If you post on iStock Photo or Shutterstock or something like that, FOAP, then you can sell your photography rights and get all kinds of royalties to people who want to use those photos. And you can post little like slideshows of your photos that are available with some background music on YouTube. Like this channel is called Unstung. It's just kind of a small channel, but what they did is they did a photography compilation of some of their photos that they took between 2009 and 2014. 60 different photos are in this video, and of course I think the photography is actually it's actually available at deviantart.com. So that's another thing you can do. If you're a photographer, you can promote your photography on your YouTube channel. And last but not least, you can do a podcast promotion channel. So if you have a podcast, which is basically like an internet radio show, of course, you've probably listened to a few podcasts before, but you can actually use YouTube for that. So, even if you just have audio, or even if you just have visuals, you can make videos. You don't have to have all this stuff that people typically think you have to have. You don't have to have all kinds of lighting. You don't have to have people in the videos. You don't have to have a lot of things you might see a lot of YouTube channels have. If you just look around on YouTube, you can find all kinds of creative channels. And one creative way that a very famous person like Tim Ferriss uses his YouTube channel is to basically promote his podcast. So he puts the podcast episode on YouTube, the audio of it. Of course, a podcast is nothing but audio. And then you can see the visual. Those visuals do not change throughout the video. That is literally the only visual you see throughout the video. It is the podcast art for the actual name of the podcast, which is the Tim Ferriss Show, on the left, and on the right he has a picture of the person he's interviewing and the name of that guest. That's literally all he does for the visual. So he just has that picture on there, and then has the podcast audio in the background. So it'll be like an hour-long podcast episode, and he just has a picture of the Tim Ferriss Show art and the person he's interviewing with their name. So that's how you can use your podcast on a YouTube channel without having to do a bunch of cameras and stuff. And if you want to create a podcast, or you want some more places to post it, if you go to tim.blog, which is the Tim Ferriss Show blog, you can see that he posts it on iTunes, Stitcher, and Overcast. So those are 3 sites that you can post your podcasts, and then post it on YouTube, of course, like he does. So those are 9 YouTube channel ideas that you could do without even having your face shown on the videos. So if you got something from this video, if you feel like you learned something that is useful to you, please like and subscribe so I can create more videos like this for you. Also, if you want to let me know about some other channel ideas or your experiences with this topic, or you want to just let me know what you thought about the video in general, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you and get your feedback. I'm always looking to improve these videos and build on the topic that's discussed. And all of these show notes, all the links, examples, products that I mentioned, as well as show notes and related content to this video, will all be in one page for you for your convenience at selfmadesuccess.com. You can also find that in the video description if you're watching this on a video site. So other than that, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it helps you, and I hope you have a great day.